All right, I'm going to use this video to help you with the expert teacher cards that I'm going to give you. But this video is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in it. But before I do 1, 2, or 3, I'm going to do those last. I'm going to work backwards. I'm going to do 4, 5, and 6. And then I'll go back to 1, 2, and 3 because 1, 2, and 3 lead you into the expert teacher cards, okay? All right, let's take a look at 4, 5, and 6. It's just function notation. It says, if f of x is equal to negative x squared minus 2x plus 3, and g of x is equal to 4x plus 3, find each of the following. So number 4 tells me to find f of 3. So I'm looking at this function. I'm going to write that down. But I'm going to put my imaginary 1 there so I don't make a mistake with signs. And I'm looking for f of 3. So I just replace x with what's in the parentheses. What's in parentheses is 3. So every x I see, I replace it with 3. And then I just follow PEMDAS, or order of operations. So I'm going to take care of my exponent first. 3 times 3 is 9. Or 3 squared is 9. Then I can take care of multiplication from left to right. There is no division. Negative 9 minus 6 plus 3. And then take care of addition and subtraction. Negative 15 plus 3. So f evaluated at 3 is negative 12. In other words, when I plug when I plug 3 into the function, I get out 12. Input, output, domain, range. Same thing, guys. All right, 5 says evaluate g of negative 5, so I'm going to use this one. G of x equals to 4x plus 3, and pause the video as you need to, guys. So I'm going to replace x with what's in parentheses, which is negative 5. So I have g of negative 5 equals to 4 times negative 5 plus 3. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. So therefore, g of negative 5 is negative 17. And that's all you do. You pause the video and try number 6 for me. All right, so it says f of negative 2. So I'm going to go back to this function. Write it down. Put your negative 1, your leading coefficient of negative 1. Use an x of negative 2. Everywhere you see an x, replace it with negative 2. All right. Take care of your exponent first. Negative 2 squared is simply negative 2 times negative 2, which is positive 4. I'm just going to write the rest of this back down. And then I can follow the rest of PEMDAS, which is multiplication division, but there is no division, so I multiply from left to right. That's plus 4. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. So I end up with f of negative 2 equals to 0 plus 3. Well, basically, f of negative 2 equals to 3. And that's all you do. All right, so let me take you to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And again, if you need to pause the video and write some of this stuff down, please do so. All right, so this is going to help you with the expert teacher activities, guys. And your expert teacher cards look like this. It's very simple, though. It's just identifying independent and dependent, writing the equation, and then giving me a solution, depending on what is asked, okay? All right, number 1 says, Lamaya orders books from an online company for $20 each. The shipping charge is $10. So you're going to charge Lamaya $10 just to ship ship the books, but she's ordering books at a cost of $20 each. Identify the independent variable and the dependent variable. Then write a rule or an equation in two variables. When I say in two variables, I mean like it's got to have an X and a Y that could be used to represent the situation. Okay, and then we'll look at this part right here in just a minute, okay? I just want to identify independent and dependent right now, but I'm going to write a dependent statement so I know the total cost depends on the number of books she buys. Or you could think of, well, you got to buy the books before you can be charged anything. So the thing that happens first is our independent variable. You got to buy the books first before you can be charged any money. So the second thing that happens is your dependent variable, okay? Because some people still not going to be able to write this dependent statement. So just think about what happens first. They don't charge you first before you buy the books. That'd be crazy, okay? You got to buy the books and then they'll charge you. All right, so the cost is dependent. The number of books purchased is independent. That's X. Dependent variable is the total cost. And we're going to label it as Y. We don't have to do F of X. You can put it in function notation if you want to. All right, and the equation, so the cost is going to be equal to $20 for every book plus the $10 shipping fee. Y is your total cost. And then you're paying $20 per book plus the $10 shipping fee. Now I'm going to look at this part right here. I'm going to highlight it in green. I hope it's not dark outside. It's 4:53. Okay. It says Lamaya has $170 to spend. Okay, that's money, guys. And that's what she wants to spend in all. It says determine the number of books she can purchase. So when you get ready to solve, you're just going to write this down, and you either got to plug in for an X or a Y. So I got to determine it's 170. Is it Y or is it X? Well, X is the number of books. Well, she don't have 100, and so she doesn't have 170 books. She's $170, so she's wanting it. The cost is going to be $170. So if she is willing to spend 170, so you replace Y with 170. If she's willing to spend 170, how many books can she get? So you're just going to substitute and solve for X. X is the number of books. But you can only solve for X if you put a Y of 170 in, okay? So I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. So that's 160 equals to 20X. Divide both sides by 20. And X is equal to 8. So how many books can she buy? She can buy 8 books with $170. And that's all you're going to do. So that's how you're going to do your expert teacher's cards. But I'm going to go ahead and do 2 and 3. 2 says Anaya has just signed up with DirecTV. The package Anaya has chosen will cost her $135 per month. However, the company is offering a promotion. According to the promotion, a $10 discount will be applied to Anaya's bill for every referral she makes. So keep in mind it's a $10 discount. So they're going to take $10 off of that $135 every time she refers somebody. It says identify the independent variable and the dependent variable. Then write a rule or an equation in two variables with an X and a Y that could represent this situation. And then we'll calculate. We'll do this part last. Okay, so let's write a dependent statement. Well, I already know her bill is not going to change unless she does what first? Okay? Unless she refers people. So you got to refer people first before your bill can change. So your dependent statement should be the bill depends on the number of referrals. I try to refer everybody. I need my bill to be 0. Okay, so now the bill, which is your cost, guys, that's going to be Y. That's your dependent variable. And the number of referrals is your independent variable. That's X, okay? So number of referrals X, and the bill or the cost, okay? That's going to be Y. And how do we get the bill? Well, the bill, which is your cost, is $135 originally, minus $10 per referral. You could have used an R. I don't care what variables you use. I'm just used to using X and Y, okay? All right, so the solution says, I got to look at this part. Calculate the monthly bill if Anaya makes 4 referrals. Okay, just want to go up here and help out with the solution. I know the referrals is X, so she made 4 of those. So I'm going to write Y equals to 135 minus $10 4 times. I can put X right now. I put the 4 in a minute. Basically, let's take $40 off. We're taking $10 off 4 times. So let's take $40 off. So how much money is she paying? She'll get a bill down to $95. It's pretty good, Anaya. Okay. All right. I want you to pause the video and try number 3. All right, this is what you should have gotten. It says an electronics company charges a $4 fee plus 45 cents per pound for shipping and handling. Identify the independent and dependent variables, then write a rule equation in 2 variables with an X or a Y that can represent the situation. Again, the charge depends on in this case, it's the number of pounds. Basically, they weigh your item before they put a price on it. So the weight has to happen first. You got to weigh it first, and then they'll tell you what your price is. They don't tell you what your price is and then weigh it. I'd be kind of upset if they did that because I think they're trying to get over on me. That's deceitful. All right, so the charge is dependent. Charge, cost, money, I don't care, just something like that. The independent variable is the number of pounds. And the cost, or what they charge you, is going to be $4 plus 45 cents for every X or every pound. It says, suppose the cost amounted to $9.40. Find the number of pounds of the package. Okay, so this would be a Y because it's the cost. So I'm going to write my equation. I'm going to change Y to $9.40. I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. And then I'm going to divide by 45 cents. In other words, how many 45 cents can I get out of $5.40? Well, let's see. 12 of them. So exactly, That package weighed 12 pounds. You can write 12 LB, LBS, or 12. Well, no, don't do that because that looks like 121. Somebody think it's 121 pounds. But pounds is abbreviated LBS, guys. Okay? And that's that. So this is going to take you to your expert teacher activity. You'll go ahead and look at what card you have. You do the problems on the card. You'll consult with people in the other group. And it's only one person in the other group because it's 5 people in each group. I will tell you, let's see, I think I got Kaela. Kaela, forgive me, I'm spelling your name wrong. Donovan. Reese. Daniel. I think Anaya in one group. And in the other group, I have Miori. Let me see who I have paired with. Anaya, hold on. Let me see what group you're in. Oh, I got to pull it up on my computer. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let's see. So I know it's Kaela and Miori. Okay, you're in separate groups. And for card B, that's card A. And card B is going to be Donovan and Anaya. So Anaya, you're not in that group. Okay. Card C is Reese and Cheyenne. Daniel and Allison, I got it now. And then it's Lamaya and Katie. That's the way it's set up. Lamaya and Katie, you're going to be card E. Daniel and Allison, you're card D. I'm pretty sure that's the way I got it set up. Just going to double check it. Yep. Okay, guys, that's the way it's set up, okay? This is card A, card B, card C, card D, and card E. And this will be group 1, and this will be group 2. All right, thanks, guys. Go ahead and get started on your cards.